we lived in Laramie, Wyoming. That was where they lived when they adopted me. Okay? And then we're going to turn to page 2. And the look at your mother by Granddaddy's office with her doll and carriage. At the middle is a class or kindergarten that I went to. And if you look real close, you might be able to find me. I'm on the bottom row, the third one from the left. And the one with my brother and me in the wash tub is taken at Estes Park. And the one below, I don't know who the girl is. Over here, I could not tell you. I guess it's somebody holding me, but I don't know who it is. Page 3. I just had Daddy run this back for me, and I sound like I have a whiskey voice, so overlook. Page 3 is a friend of mine, I could not tell you, in Las Vegas. And that's Mother over in the rose bushes. A real pretty dollhouse we made in kindergarten, when I went to kindergarten. The one on the bottom, the biggest one on the right is your mother. You might know that. Some school activity in Las Vegas. Okay, now on page 4. This is very embarrassing to me. All these ugly pictures. But they are, what you see is what you get. And these were taken at different times when I was growing up, which you can tell. And with the chipmunk, when I remember taking it Estes Park. And then going up the hill, would you see the little white head in there? That's Daddy carrying me up a hill. And with the tree, without my, where I lost my teeth. The picture on the left, holding the kitty cat, it looks like a doll. I do not know where that was taken. The one of Mother and me is someplace in New Mexico. I do know that. Okay, the kindergarten, you might know the big one. The third one from the left is your mother. Yeah. I had to stop for a minute for somebody to use the phone. Excuse me. We'll turn to page 6. This is Mother, and the senior class night was when Daddy and I graduated from high school. You will notice that I was not the queen or an attendant, which I was crushed. There's the picture of Mama, of Larry and Mother in Las Vegas with the Veters. And then page 7, that's a real good picture of Daddy and Mom and my Jean. And it's not bad of Mother either. But the man standing there is some exchange student that they worked with. They did that all the time. The picture on the far right is Mother, but I don't know who the little boy was. It's not Jean. The picture in the snow is Jean and me. The one below that, the little boy in the knickers, is the one that lived next door to us in Vegas, and I played with him. And of course, Larry, you can see that that is you when your daddy was in Korea and we lived next door to the Morgans. Okay, now we're on page 8. Of course, you see your granddaddy, Gossard. I don't like the picture of Mona in this, but it was when she was in school. And this pitiful picture up in the top is your father. The lady down below on the left is your great-grandmother. Your mother is in the middle, and Jean next to me. Page, I believe it's 9. This was taken in Switzerland. On the porch, even with a dress on. This was taken in Germany when I went over there after Mona died. The group picture, it's mother and me, but I cannot tell you who the boy is. It's not big enough to be Jean. Down on the corner, the two blondes, that's Marilyn Decker and myself. Marilyn was Dr. Decker's daughter, and he sang at our wedding, and Marilyn and I were very close friends. She got her MD, and then they asked her to do a test, some kind of testing on a project, and it killed her, a medical project, and it killed her. She's been dead for a long time now. Page 10. This is our house in Laramie, Wyoming, and that's Jean and me. The picture up above is where Grandmother Gossard lived at one time. The picture below are Jean and me and some of the college students at Las Vegas. The one down below is Jean, I do not know the girl or the boy, and myself taken in Santa Fe. You have written down here, Larry, Grandmother Gossard was born in this house, so that's more than likely right. Of course, I don't have to tell you who that gentleman is on page 11. I have to stop. I have a phone call. Stop. Central Mobile Home Park. I had to stop and answer the phone, and I played this back, and it sounds like I'm a heavy alcoholic, the way my voice is so raucous. So, forgive, okay? And I will go on the best I can, okay? We will try it again. Thank you. Now that I've got that straightened out, I hope, and I hope this is playing right. The next picture on page 12, the moving van is the one that moved us from Lincoln, Nebraska to Portales. Mona, the 3 pictures, and then Nunu and the tree. Page 13, Brett did a real good job of cutting it up. The girls are at the bottom of that page are the same girls, I guess, that were on that by the daddy's office at Highland. Up above is a picture of Mama and myself and Jean with the dog. And the one down below, Larry, is where we lived when we first moved to Albuquerque. And this is where, before they even had Juan de Beau or Tramway. So you should recognize this. This is the house that was real little, but it was cute. Okay, page 14. Mother is standing at the tree. I don't know why I stand by the tree all the time. But the one on the lower left is Dude Ranch that Granddaddy Gossard took us out to for a week. The one on the right is I'm not sure where this is. I think it's still in, I'm not sure. I'm confused there. But anyway,
What do you want to play?
no, I won't play now. I want you to hear this. Russian wolfhound. His name was Tasco. And I'm holding her tail. And Those evidently are some of our playmates. Okay, page 15. The cake in the lower left I had made when Mom and Daddy were going to Germany for Daddy to work with the State Department. Larry, this is you. I want you to know you do have on a mask. Above, you'll see Mama Teen and Homer and Daddy and Jean. Notice the rug. That's the first rug I ever had. And the drapes had design, the couch had design. It looked real dumb, but we were proud. Okay, I turn over to page 16. This confuses me. The one on the left is Sergius, a very dear friend of Mama and Daddy. He lived in Syracuse, New York. The one below, I'm not sure of. The good-looking blonde man was a student at Highlands that used to play tennis with me a lot, Dutch Dunbar. I am not sure either who this is squatted down. It doesn't look like either one of us, so I'm not sure. Then we get back, page 17, Mother by the Tree. I have a thing for this tree. Mother on the ground. But you must take notice, I have on a dress. The one in the middle, we were up in the mountains with Mom and Dad. The one clear up on the corner is Granddaddy's secretary, fiancée. And the one below is a mad girl. I don't know why I was mad, but I was mad. Okay, we'll go on to page 18. Larry, that's you and Mother walking out in New Mexico someplace, I don't know where. Again, Mother by the tree. Up above is Larry, and over in the corner you can see Trista, the dog, that we had to get rid of because you were so jealous of you, Larry. The one below is a real good girlfriend of mine, Faith Smotherman, and Mom. The group of the girls are Catherine Veeder, Faye Smotherman, Mom, and Jeannie Veeder. The one down below is where Granddaddy Gossard, that was his garden. Of course, that's nothing's there anymore except buildings. Page 19. Okay, Larry, that's you and me by the Rio Grande River. And the other one is you and I sitting there with Mama. The one on the bottom is our first house. The payments on that house were $30 a month. Is this Daddy? I'm not sure.
It's one you call
Sergius? No. I'm not sure who that is. But that's another picture of Granddaddy. This is really effective of Mother, this picture. This is Trista again that was so jealous when Larry was born that we had to give her to Mom and Dad. Okay, up here on the right, you can see Daddy fishing. Granddaddy is standing there like he's eating a fish or something. The people on the bottom are Stu and Nell Clark. They were like real parents to me because they went with Mother and Daddy to adopt me. He was a coach at Highlands for years, and he has a gymnasium up there named after him. You also can see Brett played with this page 2. Back again at page 22. The house in Laramie, Wyoming. It was a big house. I wish I had it now. And this is on the Rio Grande with Mama with her feet in the water and Jean. The one below was evidently, this has been taken in the talus because I can see some of my sorority sisters in here, so I presume that is. This is a picture of Mother playing in Albuquerque, He had a load of those shorts. Uh, page 24, that's Larry. His, I want Larry to see his toys, all the toys he had, but he was a cute baby. Larry, this is you on page 25 on your birthday. Daddy holding a fish on that weekend up at Taos. Page 25, that when the year I won the state tournament, this was a picture that was in the Albuquerque Journal. And that's Larry in the snow. Okay, we go to page 26. Once again, we see the house in Laramie. Larry, that's you and I on a boat in Switzerland. And this is you on the boat again in Switzerland. Now we come to some pictures that will interest you, Larry, and Mary, and maybe the kids. This is our Christmas in our house. And this is another picture of in the house with all the different colors, except it's me instead of Jean. Down below left, that's you and Jack Raymond Spence. The little boys on the right were the Ford boy, and you and Jackie, I forget his name, but anyway, his mother was a witch. And he's the boy, the one on the left, that you ran away with today. They buried Papa on the horse, as you recall. Okay, I'm going to stop for a minute and check. I'll stop for a minute. I hope I've got this straightened out now. It's kind of hard to stop and then start over. But when I stop, it's because I have somebody in the office or see somebody coming, okay? Right now I'm on page 28. On the top corner, it's Larry with a fish. And Larry and Jack Raymond. And Jack Raymond and Mona, I think. I'm not sure. But it's Larry. The next picture on the right is Larry and our dog named Pinner. And on the steps, Larry and Jack Raymond. Page 29, we're up in the mountains with Mom and Daddy. And that's Granddaddy Gossard and Nunu. And Barney on the horse. And down at the bottom, that's Grandmother Gossard and Nunu just resting at the lake, at the river. Oh, and page 30, it's Barney and Larry on the horse we rented. The one right next to that is the garden that we had, at our first house that we built. Now, down at the left, you can see all these different colors very well, Mary Dean. The drapes, the couch, the rug, and the check dinette really was high class. This is the outside of the house. That house is still standing, and I have been in it once since, but it doesn't look like it did when we built it. This is Larry up on page 31. This is Larry up at at Rio Grande River. And then this is Larry out at that dude ranch. Here's Mama fixing, Grandmother Gossard fixing lunch. She liked to eat out like that and cook out like that. Here's Granddaddy Gossard and Larry in the hammock. Okay, turn the page to page 32. Here we have a swing that Barney built for Larry, and right next to that are some carrots that we raised. The dog's name was Pinner. I don't know what happened to him. Uh, Down at the bottom on the left is our car, and a nice car, we thought then, and Barney and Larry. Same right next. Okay, we're on page 33. Just a minute, I have to stop. Okay, I will continue now. On page 33, we're still at that dude ranch, and Grandmother Gossard looks real good there. It's a real good picture of Grandmother Gossard. And Barney has a fish he caught, and Larry up on his shoulders. And now we turn to page 35. I see Brad has overhauled this page too. But this is another picture of the little house we had. And in the back yard, I don't know what those dots on the door are for, unless it's something to keep the flies out. And then this is in our living room. Two young people that were deeply in love. Okay, on page 35, here we have Dr. Barnett in the nude. Dr. Barnett looks like a frog. Something. Okay, we turn over the page. Again, we have Dr. Barnett and on the front step. And Pinner. Page 37, that's Jean and Nunu. Get a load of those bloomers, would you? On Jean and on Nunu both. And there's Nunu again in the basket. Okay, here's a picture of Grandmother Gossard on the left. I might tell you a little story about that hat she had on. She had a hat similar to that when we lived in Las Vegas, and Daddy went up to Gallinas one day, and he brought home a goat, a long-haired goat, and we got to keep it. And Mama had a hat like that, and one day she was going to a party, and she went out to get in the car. She had to pass the goat. Well, the goat ran through her legs and knocked her down, and her hat fell off, and so Mother had to go back in the house, and while she was in the house, the goat ate that white hat. That page 38, that's our house in Lincoln, Nebraska, with Nunu and Jean. Now, this is Nunu again with the dog. This is Trista. And all these pretty trees and everything, it's where that, they took that out and put in that, it was Safeway, I don't know what it is now, but that's all gone. Page 40, this is when Nunu graduated from high school, and this is just another picture of Nunu. This is a picture of Jean, and on page 41, that's Mama, Grandmother Gossard, and a cat she had. She was much younger in that picture. And this is Jean on the bottom with Tasco. It was a nice dog. Okay, we're on page 42, and this is over here to the far left is Daddy at graduation or commencement at Ilfeld Auditorium, and another picture of Daddy in our house. I can tell it was in our house because we had some drapes like this. And on the top, that's the cabin we had all summer when Daddy was working with the YMCA, and there was a tennis court. When we got older, we would go, and I got my appendix, my appendix broke, burst, and they had to run me into Greeley, and I had to have surgery. That was the year we graduated from high school, though. And this is a picture of Berchtesgaden in Germany, where we spent a lovely Easter with plush carpets and drapes and feather beds, the whole bit. Page 43 is front yard with Larry. And you won't believe this. Excuse me. You won't believe this, but we slept in Larry's nursery for a long time. You can see his little bed over there, so that we were sure he would be all right. I'm surprised he didn't sleep in the same room with us until he went through high school. And this is Nunu in a chair that Barney upholstered. It's not a bad looking chair. And this is Larry on the right, and Bobby Harris, if you remember him, Larry. And this is Nunu in a chair that Barney upholstered. It's not a bad looking chair. And this is Larry on the right, and Bobby Harris, if you remember him, Larry. Mary Dean should know him, I think. And that's, the next page is in our yard, and the Christmas tree again, and Mother on the, Nunu on the couch. I think the one of the cats there, and surely they were. And this is out of the car, and it's Nunu and Jack Raymond and Larry. And we're on page 45, and this is up in the mountains with Mom and Daddy. The best I can tell, I can't really see it too well. But the next picture next to that is Daddy, Granddaddy Gossard. And the picture there is something, ENMU something. I cannot read it even with my glasses on. But that evidently was in Portales. And the next three pictures on those are of Granddaddy Gossard.
Well, we got the nice play. Nice stuff.
The one down there is Granddaddy Gossard in Germany, going home from work. Okay, now let me check. There's nothing in there. These cards, I'll put them back. Page 46 is Jeannie Veeder and Nunu. And I hate to admit this, but I don't know for sure where they are. I'll ask Daddy for sure. Now this winds up my part of the books, but we have another tape. So at noon, Daddy and I discussed this, and we decided that we would just sit down together and talk about some of the good times that we've had when all you guys were little, and we'll try to remember some of the fun times, mostly just the fun times, but these books are precious, and I am so proud that you all did this. It will mean a lot to you someday. Of course, your kids are old enough now to know who the people are, but maybe their kids will want to know, and you'll have to forgive me. It brings tears to my eyes when I see these pictures, because that's been a long time ago. So I'm going to quit now, and then we will start this other tape just talking with some of the fun times we've had or reminiscing, okay? Thank you. Love you all.